Good evening, spider lovers, and welcome to another episode of That 90s Spider-Man Show, the podcast where we go on a wonderful journey through the world of Spider-Man the Animated Series. My name's Henry, and alongside me is Jack.
Yeah, I'm here again to listen to this oddly wistful, whimsical introduction.
This oddly wistful, whimsical podcast,
Yeah.
you mean?
No, it's not really that whimsical, is it?
I mean, like, the subject matter is quite whimsical. We're not. Yeah.
Ow, motherfucker. Oh.
Is that your burn?
Yeah, I'm an adult, so I burned myself by just touching the roof of the oven, and then I just picked up my laptop and just put the weight of a full laptop on my burn. So, everything's going great here.
Yeah, Jack's doing great.
It's going excellently. And I should say as well, before we jump into the episode, that we're talking about episode 11, the Tablet of Time, not episode 9, Blade the Vampire Hunter, because Disney Plus has got the order all fucked up. And as far as I can tell, this is because those episodes actually aired out of sequence.
Yeah.
Like, they just dropped the Blade episodes after the Tablet of Time episodes. So if you're just going through, like, Disney Plus right now to watch those episodes, then you might, like, be a bit confused.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's a huge amount, but you might be like, oh, I guess Morbius is gone now.
And he comes back later on or something.
Yeah, well, that might have been better for us.
Yeah.
If we were just like, oh, Morbius just disappeared for no reason.
And we have like 2 episodes of respite for a little while.
Yeah.
Before getting back to it. At the risk of like ruling myself out of any future Disney products, Disney Plus is kind of terrible.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
I only want to use it to watch this series. And it did give us the opportunity to watch the Shaggy DA, which was a wonderful film.
I think worth the price of admission by itself.
But it also allowed me to watch Hulk Where Monsters Dwell, which is a really terrible animated movie. And it also, just navigating it is annoying. And
you can watch 3/4 of The Simpsons.
yeah, it's been cool watching The Simpsons, but the aspect ratio, which they said they'd fix in May, I think.
It is now near the end of May.
Yeah, in fact, this episode will be airing in June. So, yeah, so hopefully that aspect ratio has been fixed, but they're just cutting out like a third of The Simpsons jokes, basically. So it's not great, but it has Spider-Man the Animated Series on it.
And you're watching along with us, and you're listening along with us.
Well, you might be watching.
Well,
you might be just like, oh, imagine this in my brain.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I want you to rub your temple really, really hard and get to imagining. And this time, we're talking about Season 2, Episode 11, I believe? Titled The Tablet of Time.
The Tablet of Time.
The Tablet of Time. The Temple of Tablet Time. Tablet Time. Tablet. The Tablet of Time. And the plot for this kind of centers around a tablet of time, would you believe? So we kind of we start off like going to a tomb where like these 2 kind of archaeologists and another dude who's, I'm assuming, the Alfred Molina of the group, just like continue, just like they discover it and bring it back to like New York. And while they do that, there's news coverage of it. While this all happens, it's all centering around 4 interested parties. So first off, we've got Silvermane, who is, for lack of a better word, old as fuck.
Yeah.
And he wants to live forever.
Because he's old.
Then we've got Kingpin, who just wants more money. He's like that.
He just wants it.
Yeah, he just wants it because he's never been told no in his life.
Yeah, he wants it like he wants an ice cream.
He wants it like he wants more pie.
Yeah.
Then we've got Kurt Connors, who says on the news that, like, yeah, it might be the key to eternal life, so I'm going to research it and see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it was one of those really, like, just dull journalist questions where he's like, yeah, do you think it can hold the odds to eternal life? And he was like, I don't know.
Gonna shoot a laser at it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
And you know that journalist went back to writing for The Sun and was like, yeah, like, it's definitely going to kill time. It was like, give him some really garbage, like, clickbait title.
Kurt Connors walks away from the mic, doesn't realise his mic is still on his shirt, and going like, I wonder if I can combine lizard DNA with the Tablet of Time. Everyone's going, oh, fuck.
This is all good. And then finally, we've got Peter Parker, who knows that because this tablet exists, that he's going to have a ton of work to do.
I don't know if that's stupid or not, because on the one hand, I'm like, how pessimistic do you have to be to... Because immediately he sees on news and he's like, yep, so everyone's going to want to steal that.
Yep.
immediately, and I don't know if that's the reaction that like I'd have if they announced something like that on the news. But also, this is a kind of a crazy version of New York City with the fucking drones and anti-aircraft missiles everywhere. So maybe him going like, "Oh, okay, that tablet of time probably does have magical powers."
I just think he's just that cynical that like he's like something of value, which might have powers. Fuck it, yeah, probably. And to be fair, he's not wrong. So the very next scene is like the tablet being brought into New York City via the pier, and as it's being like watched over by like 3 security guards. Really good job on that one, guys. A helicopter flies over, and out of this helicopter comes 3 people. One of them in a very cheap pinstripe suit and a very shiny head. They attempt to steal the tablet. They throw a ton of like
old shine box.
Yeah. Old shine box head. And they throw a ton of smoke bombs in. But Spider-Man swings in and being like, I wish I was wrong, but here we are. He tries to stop the robbery. He talks a ton of like shit to this guy in the suit, who he identifies as Hammerhead.
The thing I like about this that I feel like they should do more in like movies and stuff is he already knows who he is.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't need some gritty origin story for Hammerhead.
Yeah, and there's no like, who are you? And he does do that with a lot of people, but in this it's just like, oh yeah, hey Hammerhead.
Hey Hammerhead.
How's it going?
Hey, let me explain my powers to you just while we're here, just in case anyone's watching. I've got a very hard head, Spider-Man. Yeah. And Spider-Man's like, yeah, I know, made a ton of puns about them already. And
he beat you to all those puns, so you can't make them now.
No, I can't. So yeah, he saves the tablet eventually, but he also gets covered in fish guts.
Yeah.
So that's a good old Pyrrhic victory for our old Spider-Man. Okay, so then we go back to Hammerhead, who has to
We're not going to explain why he's covered in fish guts.
No, don't need to. I guess we do, yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't. He fell in fish guts.
He fell in fish guts.
He smells bad now. Yeah. It's funny.
And everyone's like, yeah, you stink, Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, I do. But yeah, we go back to Hammerhead, who has to return to Silvermane with his tail between his legs. And Silvermane's like, yeah, you fucked up. And he chews him out. Hammerhead's like, yeah, like, I know I fucked up. And he walks away and he's sad. But then a woman walks in. And she kind of puts like a reassuring shoulder on Silvermane's... She kind of puts a reassuring hand on Silvermane's shoulder. And you're kind of thinking, like, oh, this girl's young enough to be his daughter. And that's because it is his daughter.
Yeah, spoilers.
And he kind of just dumps a ton of exposition on her, being like, this is why I need the tablet of time, because it'll actually grant eternal life or some shit. And I'm really fucking old, if you didn't tell, by like my fucking old face and my old hands.
My character motivation and my character description is the same.
Yeah.
Old.
He's got silver right in his name. But yeah, so that's happening. And then we cut to Casa del Fisk, where we meet Vanessa for the first time.
I don't know when this happens, but we introduced to Fisk earlier when he appears because we see him like doing his wrestling shit with people.
Yeah. He's like watching the news while wrestling people.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
We did talk about back in whenever we did our Kingpin origin episode.
Season 1 episode
13?
12? I want to say 11.
It was probably the first or the second Hobgoblin
I think it was
one.
The first one.
Yeah, one of those episodes we talked about Kingpin's origin, and he loves to just, in his downtime, just get into a sumo thong or something and then just employ like 15 guys to attack him at once to show off how he can beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Which makes this the debut of the Fisk dense fat muscles.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you can see, like, the belly. You can see, like, a six-pack over the belly. And it's like, it's a regular six-pack. And they've got, like a 4-pack on top of it. It's really, so muscular.
It really confused my idea of what bodies were as a child. Because it took me probably way too long to realise that the six-pack is, like, muscles where the absence of fat in that area kind of makes them more...
Yeah.
pronounced, not just like a thing that you work out and then they just appear on your skin.
Yeah.
Like weird growths.
Wilson Fisk, promoting unrealistic body standards since 1995.
Yeah, he's got that dense fat muscle meat.
Yeah.
And he's super strong and just don't ask any more questions about it.
And you know what else about Wilson Fisk there is? He fucks.
Oh,
so, yeah, he's talking with Vanessa, and he's like...
Or he doesn't, I don't know.
He's married at this point. There must have been some fucking going on.
Well, not anymore. Yeah. She's pretty pissed at him.
She's pretty angry at him. And she's like, you never have time for me anymore, Kingpin. You do so much crime. And he's like, what are you talking about? Hold on, let's take this crime phone call. which is pretty great.
This phone call also interrupts him eating a solitary, gigantic meatball.
I think that's because he doesn't have time to eat regular food.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have like everything in giant like portions in case he gets attacked while he's eating.
And he's saying to her, she's complaining about the crime and shit, and he's going like, who do you think put the meatballs on this plate?
Yeah.
It was crime.
Can you put a singular meatball on this large plate?
This is a crime meatball.
Yeah.
Every bite you take of this meatball comes from a mugging.
Yeah. That meatball there you're biting into, that's a bit of an orphanage I burned down the other day.
If I get a tablet of time, I'll be able to shower you in meatballs.
Yeah. You'll be just covered in them. You won't know what to do. You'll be like, too many meatballs, Wilson. And I'll be like, no.
Be like, is this a Bill Murray movie? No.
It's your life.
Yeah. Your life is now meatballs.
Yeah. Yeah, you were living with this giant meatball.
Eat Wilson Fisk's meatball Cheerio extravaganza and you can get like a 6-pack just like him.
Yeah. Eat my Fiscos.
Fiscos.
Yeah.
Fiscos are just meatballs and milk.
Eat less like me and become extra strong.
Yeah, you can be super strong and still look terrible.
Oh.
Want to be able to pick up a desk and throw it at someone?
Want to spend 3 to 4 hours every day on the toilet? No. But yeah, so he kind of like takes a phone call and...
He would be a good serial mascot, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I guess he would, yeah.
The Meatball Kingpin. I mean.
In between like bites of meatball, he answers the phone and... Oh yeah, so you hear the other half of his conversation where he's like, oh yeah, let him through. And bring him some more meatball.
Yeah, I want some more meat added to this singular meatball.
Yeah, get him the mince and just added a bit more onto it.
Yeah, let's turn this into like a Raiders of the Lost Ark, like Boulder. I want a meatball booby trap.
When I go to the kitchen, I want this meatball to chase me through the house.
Yeah.
Gives me extra strength. Good protein.
Should we move on from the meatballs?
I don't know. Have you got any more?
No.
Okay, yeah, cool. So at that point, like, Hammerhead just burst through the door, which is really funny to me, because he kind of, like, as soon as he, like, burst through the door, like, hey, I'm Hammerhead. I'm here to help you. and you're kind of like, you could have not broken down my door.
I mean, if
you could have knocked or called ahead.
I mean, he has a thing. He's got to do it.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. You don't have to, like, use a phone.
Yeah, he opens doors the same way dogs do.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you ever see the dog open the door, they just whack that shit with their head.
Until, like, it crashes through.
I mean, they don't really, like, burst through, like, Shining style, but...
No. Here's Doggy!
If there's an open door, a dog will whack it open with its head. And so will Hammerhead.
I guess he got, like, a similar amount of intelligence.
Yeah.
And a similar, like, attraction to meatballs. I think about it.
Does he like meatballs?
He's like this meatball.
What, this meatball, the Kingpin?
Yeah, giant meatball man. He's like, hi, Hammerhead, what's going on? And pretty much he's there to offer up his services. He explains the tablet's got magical powers and that Silvermane is, like, looking for it. And he says, okay, like, he asked me to get it and I fucked up, but I can get it for you instead. And Kingpin's like, haha, no. But thanks for letting me know. And I can, like, have you, like, I don't know, do some other jobs for me. Like, I need meatballs. So you can go get those.
More meatball man.
Yeah. We're looking for a new guy. The other guy, like...
Is that offensive? Because he's already an Italian stereotype?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, the guy with the indestructible head. I will call you Meatball.
I will call you Meatball. You'll live for a meatball, sir. Shut up, Meatball. And maybe he can, like, pound, like, other bits of raw mince with his head.
I mean, he could.
Yeah.
It's a very flat head.
Yeah.
Shiny, flat. Like, it's probably clean.
Yeah.
Or easy to
Sterilised.
clean. Yeah. Yeah, just rinse
Whenever he
off,
needs, like, a
wipe it
burger,
down.
he can just...
Yeah.
Part of his meat empire. But apart from that, yeah.
Well, I want to say with this bit, like, after he fucked up with Silvermane's like, you know, you're lucky that I don't just kill you right now. With Kingpin's like, okay, you can work for me later, but if you fuck up, I'm going to send you back to Silvermane in pieces.
Yeah.
And you're like...
Meatballs.
At this point... yeah.
I'm going to turn you into meatballs.
And he's going to, like... You think, like... Why is Hammerhead doing this? Like, for one thing, he's fucking up a lot, but also both his employers are, like, basically just saying, do this thing or I will murder you. And he keeps failing, so it's like, at a certain point, be like, maybe I'm just not that good at this.
I don't know. The economy's tough, man.
I mean, just go into anything else.
Yeah, but like, I guess like
Just like go to Times Square and get children to like break plates over your head for $1.
It's not surprising that he's not giving up easily. Like, he's pretty hard-headed that way. Found one.
Yeah, there we go.
So he kind of like offers his services, but like instead, Kingpin kind of just gets on the phone to Smythe. He just presses a button and Smythe comes up on the screen.
Of course, the Smythe button.
Like, was he just hanging around waiting for this call? He's just like, yes, Kingpin.
100%. Yeah.
Like, what does he do in the day?
He does nothing. I think Alistair is a guy who like complains about work all the time, and then he gets home and all he does is think about work and chat shit about work and
he's married to the job.
Just stare out of the window.
Thinking about work. He's checking his phone or constantly being like, wonder if Kingpin called.
Yeah.
He talks to Smythe and being like, can you get me this tablet? So he gets on the phone with Smythe and says, can you get me this tablet? And then Smythe's like, I've got a little project we can use. Cut to ESU, where we catch up with Deborah Whitman. What's Deborah Whitman up to? She is about to go on a date with Flash.
Weird matchup, but okay.
Yeah, I don't question it, but I guess like the Morbius incident kind of brought them closer together.
I guess.
Like a weird aphrodisiac.
Yeah, or we both have concussion, so you think this is a good idea.
We both have PTSD from that vampire attacking us.
And a man spider.
Yeah, what's the man spider? Yeah, that relationship isn't going to last. As soon as like the drama dies down, like they're just going to drift apart. But for now, they're going on like what I'm assuming is their second or third date. And while she's at the door, she kind of walks into someone who she describes as Alicia. And Alicia kind of asks her, where are you going? And she kind of like talks to Alicia and says, she kind of lets slip actually that Dr. Connors kind of works late nights a lot of the time.
Yeah. And
she kind of says, oh, it's probably because of that Tombs grant he's trying to get. Nice work, Deborah. And then as Deborah jumps into Flash's car for like, I'm sure a very lovely time, Alicia kind of notices Spider-Man swinging into the building and she's like, intriguing. Next, we go to the Dr. Connors lab where Spider-Man and Dr. Connors are kind of like doing the thing where the Doc kind of like shoots him with a laser and Spider-Man's arms don't grow out of his ribs, which is nice. And at that point, he kind of shows him the tablet being like, look at this tablet I found. And Spider-Man's like, yeah, I know, I saved it. And it gives us a little peek into what it can do. It kills a shit out of some flowers. Mm-hmm. And then Spider-Man's like, is this dangerous? And Dr. Connors is like, probably.
Just shoot some more rays at it.
And then, as they're talking about it, a robot bursts in, which is a robot.
A robot.
A robot.
Robbie Robertson burst through the fucking wall.
Oh, yeah!
No.
Sadly, no. But, a robot bursts in and...
Don't you mean an ultimate battle robot?
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in terms of ultimate battle techniques, punting Spider-Man across the room is...
Yeah, well, it kicks him first.
Yeah.
It just hoofs him.
Yeah. It's a proper, like, rugby conversion.
Yeah, and this is like a robot that's, like, humanoid this time, rather than a giant spider or something. And it's...
Why would you think we're a giant spider, Jack?
I don't know, just because of all the giant spider robot family therapy that happened in season 1.
Yeah. Good callback.
Yeah, and this one's like, it's like humanoid and it's got a bunch of screens on the face and like the webbing doesn't stick to it and shit like that and just beats the shit out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and as the Doctor tries to escape, like the robot kind of shoots at him and you see like his arm turning green.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's like, that's interesting. But he takes up the tablet and like swings away with it and lands on the rooftop. Yeah. And he's like, the robot kind of follows him and at that point, someone's face turns up on the screen. None other than Alistair Smythe, who is back. Spider-Man kind of says to him, like, oh, hey, man, how's your father doing? And, and yeah, like, he realizes this is another edition of the Spider Slayer.
Yeah, this time described alternately as the Ultimate Battle Robot by Smythe or the Mega Slayer. You couldn't decide on which ludicrous title.
I think he's waiting for the copyright for the Mega Slayer.
But he's also, because we talked about this, back in season 1, but like he's finally grown beyond his father and realized that these robots don't need to be giant spiders and they don't need to be like giant insects of any kind. They can just be robots. It's
a really beautiful day when a son can surpass his father's work.
Yeah.
Spencer Smythe will be proud to see his son grow.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think he'll be really pissed. He's like, you could have made it a spider with a spider on its head and a spider coming out of its butt.
Look at it. It has only 2 legs. What are you doing, son? I have
Worst
no son.
spider I've ever seen.
I have no son. Anyway, yeah, Spider-Man is matched by this new Mega Slayer, TM. But he kind of notices a flimsy bit of scaffolding. And he kind of like lures Smythe onto it. And then the scaffolding collapses and he escapes the tablet again. But like the Mega Slayer kind of like adapts and recovers and shoots a missile at Spider-Man. And he goes flying, right? Lands inside of a poultry factory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And while Spider-Man's fighting over chicken, he kind of escapes with the tablet.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he kind of returns to the scene of the crime and sees the dock is safe. And he kind of chases back into Peter Parker. And that's when he's walking out, he runs into Alicia.
Right, yeah,
I guess, like, works at the university or goes to the same university.
Yeah, who we've never been introduced to before. And also wears the exact same clothes as the mysterious daughter of Silvermane. Spoilers, is kind of not really a surprise.
Not really surprised at this point, but I feel like I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, like, Alicia lays on some heavy flirting. And Peter, like, somehow almost fucked this up. It's amazing.
It's really funny. The completely sincere, like, oh, can you walk me home? Oh, it's not really on my way.
But I guess. Wonder why you wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
Peter, you want to have sex with me? Well, I don't know. Like, I have got a bit of gas actually, so I don't know.
I think that's even a joke in fucking Futurama where like someone's like, asked Fry to walk them home and he goes, "How far is it?" You know, it's like the same thing.
People damn hint, man. And so
he pretty much is Fry in this.
Yeah.
You know, he's a stupid. He's like kind-hearted, but also kind of a complete moron living in New York City.
Yeah.
So
tormented by an old man and a doctor.
Yeah, living in the 90s.
And hanging out with giant robots that want to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to kill all humans.
Yeah. No squid people. Yeah.
Probably will be.
Yeah. Give it some time.
Peter, I'm scared. Will you walk me to my apartment?
Well, I'm really not headed that way.
But yeah, Peter kind of walks with her for a bit. And he's like, I don't know, is she into me? And he kind of like starts thinking about what happened with Mary Jane. And as he does that, he walks past her and Harry Osborn on a date.
Yeah.
And Harry Osborn has the smuggest grin.
Yeah.
This is the pinnacle of his life.
Yeah.
His short, pathetic life. He's never been happier than this moment. Like, when he sees that, he's like, oh, fuck, I won't let that happen again. I'll try not to ghost this one. And he kind of, like, asks Alicia to dinner. Meanwhile, the Kingpin goes to a toy store. He kind of walks into his toy store and is like, can I get some toys? And this old man is just like, yeah, in here, behind this secret door. And it turns out to be like the Kingpin's secret lair for some reason. And Smythe's like rolling around being like, hey, look at these tests I've been doing on this tablet.
I feel like this at first felt like it had to be like a reference to the Tinkerer.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, who's like, for those who don't know, he turns up briefly in Homecoming as the guy making the tech for like Vulture and those guys and Shocker. And then in the comics, like, I think he works in a toy shop in the comics maybe, and he like makes gadgets for villains and shit. I really thought they were going that way, and then they're like, oh no, maybe he's just the shopkeeper.
He's just some dude.
Yeah.
Isn't there also a villain called Toy Master?
That's a DC thing, I think.
Shit.
No, wait, there's a guy called like Toy Man.
No, I'm thinking of the. I'm derailing this conversation for no reason.
Toy Master is a toy store that exists in this country.
Well, this is not that Toy Master.
No.
So yeah, Smythe is saying that like this might be too powerful, it might kill us all. And all Kingpin hears is power, eh? And he kind of like enlists Smythe to kidnap Dr. Connors so he can like do evil. Mm-hmm. We then go to the Connors residence, where the doc is kind of explaining like, oh shit, and he's talking to his wife, he's like, get out of town, I'm turning back into a lizard.
Right, yeah.
And as he's explaining to her what's going down, the robot shows up.
Just smashes through his house.
Oh, God. Like, so much, like...
This is when things start to go off the rails.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean chaos ensues.
Chaos ensues. Not a single door is used throughout this episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Smythe's back with his robot, and in this stressful situation, the doc starts turning back into a lizard. And Spider-Man shows up, and again, gets his ass kicked by this thing. Yeah. It's great. As he's getting his ass kicked, the robot gets, like, distracted by this lizard in Dr. Connor's clothing. And Smythe's like, all that's left is this lizard man in Dr. Connor's clothing.
Yeah, and then we get this fight between Lizard and a robot, which was kind of gleeful.
Needs to be longer.
Yeah, it was kind of great. This is my favorite kind of thing that can happen in these types of stories, of just like a series of things clashing into each other at once, and you're like, this is why we have this like serial storytelling.
Yeah.
Just like,
We can set all this up. And
yeah,
it
we can
feels
have
natural.
a lizard guy fighting a robot and Spider-Man caught in between.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun shit.
Yeah. At that point, like, Smythe's a bit confused. Spider-Man's kind of incapacitated. And he talks to Kingpin, like, what do I do? And Kingpin's like, I don't know, kidnap somebody.
Yeah, literally, it's just like, yeah, just take someone.
Yeah, kidnap somebody.
I can't see Connors.
Then get his wife. Get somebody.
Mrs. Connors, run!
And then he like kidnaps Dr. Connor's wife. And Spider-Man's like, you don't understand. The lizard is, wait, Spider-Man. Tell Dr. Connors wherever he is, because I don't see him at the moment, and I don't know where he went, to meet me at this place.
The Empire State Building.
Empire State Building. And my wife, yeah, if you don't do it in 6 hours, I'm gonna kill your wife. And Spider-Man's like, what? No, you're not listening. And he like flies off.
Yeah.
And as Spider-Man's looking over the lizard, he sees him climbing into the sewers. And he's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Which is a great, aside from being the plot of Spider-Man 2, is a great, like, predicament to put him in,
Yeah.
you know, of like, fuck, I have to go get the lizard who's escaping now in order to save someone's life.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a great
a-
shitty
yeah.
situation for him to be in.
It's pretty classic Peter. After that, we cut to Castle Silvermane, where old Sylvie enlists the help of the confusingly jive-talking Tombstone. We have to talk about this.
Yeah,
What the fuck is
I know
going
there's a bigger Tombstone episode that comes in the future, in which I'll probably jump into the comic shit and explain Tombstone a bit more. But for now, yeah, Tombstone is like a very tall albino black dude who has like unbreakable skin and can like survive shit.
And he talks like Shaft for some reason.
Yeah, I did not remember that. Because I remembered him being in this show, but in my head I was like, he's got to be this like gravelly voiced guy or something. And in fact, the whole thing in the comics is that the way the speech bubbles are drawn, he basically whispers everything he says. He's like barely got a voice, you know. But
here he's like Rudy Ray Moore almost.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. Do you want to describe it? I feel like it's dangerous for me to describe it.
It's like it's kind of in a way. I don't think it's racist because there's so much ambiguity around what race Tombstone is. But I feel very uncomfortable with the amount of jive talking goes on.
Yeah.
Like he's like one level above going like, this motherfucker got rhythm.
Does it help that it's a black voice actor?
I feel that's worse.
Is it? I don't know.
Considering we've just had a black character who's actually visibly black, and he sounds like this all the time, and he's crazy.
But would you rather have like a black character in whiteface or a white voice actor doing a black guy in whiteface?
I see your turn. Like,
I mean, they're both insane options.
yeah.
Getting the tablet from the Kingpin ain't gonna be easy, Silvermane. You know what I'm saying? This gonna cost you.
Speaking of insane, the guy who voices Tombstone
It's Vanilla Ice.
is an actor called Dorian Harewood.
Sure.
Best known, his top 2 credits on IMDb as 8-Ball in Full Metal Jacket
Cool.
and in Space Jam,
Oh no.
one of the monstars.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
How did you fucking know that?
As you said Space Jam, like, this guy's a monster.
Yeah. He's one of the monsters called Bupkus. He's the purple one.
The purple one.
Yeah.
Not the really tall one, that's a blue one.
I can't remember the I looked this up and I was like, look, it looks like a weird like little dude who's purple, and then he later becomes hench.
Yeah.
Like all of them. He's not the main one.
He's not the main one, he's not the tall, blue, dumb one either.
Yeah, anyway, he's a monster.
Yeah.
And he's a monster in this as well.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I
Because
don't wanna think
he's pretty tough, he kicks the shit out of Spider-Man, and he's probably good at basketball.
I'm assuming he's good at basketball.
Yeah.
He probably really likes fried chicken a lot. But, like...
That's not where I was going. I just want him to be a monster. I'm not... God damn.
that's where you're going with it.
No, why would that be where I'm going with this?
I don't know. Why is his character in this fucking show at all?
Funnily enough, fried chicken will come up again later, but just move on first.
Okay. That's just bummed me out a little bit. Okay, so while Tombstone is jive-talking through the scene, Alicia walks in and is like, "Damn, girl, you were not too bad for a snitch." Because he kind of explains that, like...
That's literally how he talks, by the way. Yeah.
That's literal dialogue that he says.
Yeah.
And she kind of explains that Dr. Connors is working on the Tablet of Time and she works in his lab. And she kind of fucks him over here by saying, yeah, this is where you can find him.
Yeah.
And then, like, Silvermane's like, don't talk to my daughter that way. And you know that, like, Silvermane would never let Tombstone marry his daughter.
Yeah.
Real pickle. Back to Spider-Man, who's in a different kind of pickle. Nothing racially motivated at all. So he's down in the sewers, back in the old, like, villain WeWork in New York City. And, like, he's chasing down Lizard. He's like, well, I'm in the sewers, where can the Lizard be? And his Spider-Man sense immediately goes off.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, there you are, Lizard. And they find out...
I really thought that it was going to be a cliffhanger of him trying to find Lizard, but he just finds him immediately.
Yeah. Like, Lizard finds him, really. And they fight for a bit. Lizard kind of gets electrocuted by these train tracks.
Yeah.
Which makes it convenient for Spider-Man to carry him back to, like, the lab and turn him back into regular old Doc Connors using the good old pluck gun. As that happens, Tombstone shows up and he starts fighting Spider-Man. And at that point, like, a couple of, like, jars on the shelf start spewing gas everywhere because they get, like, smashed open. And then Tombstone gets Spider-Man to a headlock, being like, yeah, I got you now, sucker. And then Spider-Man's like, if you don't, like, let go of me, we're both gonna suffocate. And Tombstone says, no, because I don't breathe. Jive turkey. And that's another pickle for Spider-Man to be in. This ends on a to be continued.
Yes. It's a bizarre cliffhanger when you think about it.
It's not the worst cliffhanger.
But just a new character appearing and being like, by the way, I don't breathe. This thing you didn't know about.
I probably could have explained that instead of having me talk jive all the time, but that's okay. It's a less important character trait.
Let go, or we'll both suffocate!
Speak for yourself, bug boy. I don't breathe.
So what did you think of this one, Jack?
This episode was a clusterfuck, and in a good way.
It was like the glorious cheese nightmare of earlier in the season, I say.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot that was this season. Yeah. But even more so than that, it made me think of, maybe it was like the second Sinister Six one, where it was just like, so much shit happened. First was I was like, I really thought I was at the end of the episode so many times, and it just kept going.
Yeah.
And they fit in a lot of stuff in it in a way that I really enjoyed. Like, to be honest, yeah, they're launching with this tablet time thing, and for me, that kind of stuff feels really out of place in Spider-Man. And as much as I did kind of dig that kind of shit as a kid, kind of like a weird, like, oh, I guess this week Spider-Man's got a mystical artefact that he's got to protect. But then they go like, okay, yeah, but this made this a gang warfare thing. So we got Smythe, he's got a new robot. We got Silvermane's like utilizing Hammerhead. Now Tombstone is on the scene. And then Lizard turns back and he's got to deal with all this bullshit at once. You're like, yeah, this is cool. It was even like the some of the Alien costume episodes where thing in the background with a symbiote, but then you're like, fuck it, here's Rhino, here's Shocker, you know, and like throwing those things around as well.
Yeah. Like you said, it's like the most regular, I think, of this season.
Yeah.
Of just like a Spider-Man episode, like a villain of the week kind of thing, where like you can tune on a Saturday and be like, okay, this is what's going down. Yeah. And the Tablet of Time thing doesn't really like fit in with the universe, but it gives the episode a focus.
Yeah, it's just a MacGuffin really, and gives something that everyone wants. Again, like when everyone's trying to get like the sample in the alien costume thing. It's kind of scattershot, and it's not like, it's very plot driven, and there's not really any like learning things in this, but it's not like, I wouldn't say like a top tier episode, but it's still like a lot of fun.
There's one thing you learn, which is the downsides of cultural appropriation.
Is it cultural? Is he culturally appropriating? Was he culturally appropriating?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's a black voice actor voicing a black guy who's albino,
I guess it's not good. It's maybe uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's an odd voice choice.
Yeah,
it's just very extra.
It's unnecessary extra, considering that like we've just had Blade, and this could have been Blade, and I don't know why it wasn't Blade.
Yeah, and also they really it makes it extra weird that it's so different from the comics, where he's very much to go out of their way to make him this husky, like, quiet guy who, you know,
Yeah.
rather than coming in and like just being so bombastic.
Yeah. Everyone put your hands in the air for Tombstone! You're like, oh Jesus. But yeah, no one learned anything in this episode apart from Kingpin.
Speaking of Kingpin, as I was watching the scene with him and Vanessa where they're sat at the dinner table and she's like saying like, stop doing crime, and he's like, eat more meatballs.
Yeah.
It reminded me actually of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And it made me love the like Walter White Skylar dynamic. And it really also made me think, wait, honestly, if they decided not to end that show, or they decided to go a different way, if Breaking Bad was on like season 15, it would be this scene. Exactly.
Exactly the scene.
You know, Skylar would now have like a streak of white in her hair like Vanessa and be like, stop the crime. And then Bryan Cranston will be fucking hench and also fat as hell.
I'm assuming also eating meatballs.
Eating meatballs.
I am not eating the meatballs, Skylar. I am the meatball. But Hammerhead is not the one who knocks it, say that. But yeah, so I derailed you with Breaking Bad references.
I'm trying to think of more. Vanessa, you asked me if I was in the money business. No, I'm in the meatball business.
You know who I am. I ate Gus Fring. You're the meatball man. You're goddamn right. Well, I guess back then it wasn't quite as cliched or as like problematic, but the idea of like, oh no, here I am, like the worried wife that my husband is doing the thing. Don't do the thing, husband. And I guess like Breaking Bad is the only one place where it works. And I guess here now.
Yeah. No more half meatballs. Yeah, now I'm done. Now Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, and it's also interesting because that's like pretty much like how Vanessa was introduced in the comics. I actually like, funny enough, like the comic that most closely resembles this episode's story is also the first one where Vanessa appears.
Alright.
All the stuff I've read that has Vanessa Fisk in it has been that similar thing of like her being like, yeah, the money's nice, but can we, you know, leave this crime, and then eventually like she dies, but then it turns out she didn't die, but then she's in a coma, and then maybe she dies again, and it's like the huge motivating thing for Fisk, like it is in the shows, you know,
of him really loving this one woman.
Yeah, but I don't know if she factors in that much before this.
No.
Sorry, if she factors in that much after this, it kind of feels like she's dropped in just to give like a little bit more of Fisk to do.
Because if he was eating like a giant meat by himself in the dining room, it would just be sad.
Yeah, that would be better though, wouldn't it?
I don't know if it would be.
Yeah.
Hammerhead, what are you doing in here? I'm just eating my giant meatball by myself. No, keep the lights off, keep the lights off.
Don't want to see my reflection in this greasy meatball.
Oh god. Don't tell me how I live.
Should we jump into some other comic origins?
I think that's probably that time.
Yeah. I'll get into this a little bit more next episode, because we've still got some Tablet of Time stuff to go. But the Tablet of Time actually did show up in The Amazing Spider-Man 68 in 1969, written by Stan Lee and with art by John Romita. Basically, it was brought to ESU again, but not to Kurt Connors. And basically, Kingpin wanted to steal it. And there was also this student protest going on at the time, where basically these students had been like evicted from these low-rent places to make way for other people. There was a huge protest thing, which was kind of common, especially in
the 60s, I guess.
Yeah, in the 60s and 70s. In a lot of Stan Lee comics, he would have like student characters protesting in sort of this in the background, and Peter Parker would sort of be like not really a part of it, but just there. This is also firmly in, we haven't mentioned this for a while, but firmly in the Coward arc of those Spider-Man comics, in which Peter like leaving the protest and not being a part of it because he has to do Spider-Man shit makes people call him a coward, and then Gwen starts thinking, is he a coward? And it's a whole thing. During this protest, Kingpin steals the tablet, and because it's stolen amidst the protest, the police are like, oh yeah, it was the students. So they just like arrest everyone, including Robbie Robertson's son.
Oh no.
And then there's this whole thing where like there's some very like interesting like late 60s Stan Lee writing where he's like addressing civil rights as Robbie Robertson and talks to his son about like what it's worth like fighting for, and
he like points to Tombstone and be like, do not start your race like this.
Funnily enough, Robbie Robertson does tie in quite closely to Tombstone's history.
Really?
But Robbie has this whole thing, as far as I remember, where they're talking about him and his son's like, you know, you sold out, you worked for the white man, you know. Yeah. And this whole thing.
A very special episode of The Amazing Spider-Man.
Exactly, but it's also like surprisingly nuanced for like late 60s. Much better than you'd expect from like, you know, someone like Stanley. I think he's actually quite good for this stuff for the time. But it's definitely very like in your face.
It's not subtle.
Yeah, for sure. Basically, Spider-Man ends up trying to stop Kingpin, and Kingpin gets arrested, but they all think Spider-Man's in on it, and he has to escape with the tablet, kind of like he does in this episode. So the police are after him the whole time, and he gets super pissed off, getting intense about it, and then over that next series of issues, there's a point where he's going to catch Kingpin again, who gets out of jail immediately. He's about to catch him again with the tablet, and then like JJ and Ned Leeds accidentally cut off Spider-Man and stop him from selling him, and he just kind of goes nuts on JJ and starts screaming at him. And then JJ has a heart attack, and then Spider-Man's like freaking out because he's like, oh fuck, have I killed J. Jonah Jameson?
Yeah.
And he doesn't. That leads into a series of issues which I think end up being adapted in the next couple of episodes, so I'll leave that shit for them.
Yeah.
But we've also got two more quick origins that I'm going to just blow right through.
Yeah.
First of all, the Mega Slayer.
Oh yeah.
The Mega Slayer is not called the Mega Slayer in the comics. It's the Mark 14 Spider Slayer.
Okay.
Not the first one created by Alistair Smythe. Alistair Smythe like sort of appears in this weird annual that we talked about a while back, and then he disappears for a while, and then there's these mysterious robots sent after Spider-Man, and it's later revealed to be Alistair Smythe.
Yeah.
And then when he actually confronts them, that's when this Mark 14 armor comes out. But it's a bit different because it basically looks the same and has the same 3 screens across the head, but it was designed by this guy with like personality disorder. I can't remember what the current term is for it, but he has multiple personalities.
Oh, dissociative personality disorder?
Yeah, I think so.
Dissociative identity disorder, that's what it is.
Yeah. This guy has 3 different personalities. He designs the robot that Smythe creates. So the robot has 3 personalities, which are portrayed on each of the 3 screens.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like a Ghidorah of like robots.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in The Amazing Spider-Man 371 from 1992, written by David Michelini and with art by Mark Bagley. And basically, it ends up being destroyed because Spider-Man gets the personalities to argue with themselves, and then they blow their own head off.
That's about right.
Then we can jump into our last in this trifecta of quickfire origins with Hammerhead.
Oh, yeah.
Hammerhead actually does also originate in a Spider-Man comic in The Amazing Spider-Man 113, written by Jerry Conway and with art by John Romita again.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually introduced, I told you he'll come back, eating chicken out of a bucket.
Classic.
It's just a very weird detail, because I don't really remember there being that many scenes in these comics of people eating food, but
specifically chicken.
Yeah, and he's eating chicken and he's throwing the bone back into the bucket and telling his guy to go get him more chicken legs, as he refers to them.
Yeah, that's kind of the best introduction ever.
He's kind of great. This is in like a series of issues that I just like super into. I really love Jerry Conway's writing. He's basically introduced when Doc Ock is on the scene and Spider-Man's trying to stop him, but then Doc Ock is trying to take over the criminal underworld, and then he ends up getting into like a fight with Hammerhead over territory.
Yeah.
So this is Hammerhead Octopus War.
Call it the sea battle.
Basically, he ends up like Spider-Man gets his ass kicked by both of them at the same time, and Hammerhead kidnaps him and tries to use him against Dr. Octopus. And while he's tied up, he tells Spider-Man his origin story. And his origin story is basically that he has amnesia. So he doesn't remember his life before he was Hammerhead.
Is it because of the head trauma, or was it like something else?
Basically, he was found beaten, disfigured, and delirious in this alley in New York. And he was discovered by this guy called Jonas Harrow, who's this crazy motherfucker who just like creates a lot of D-list villains. I think he might have created Will-O-the-Wisp.
He's just a mad scientist.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist, but at this point, he's just a regular... He's a doctor who's lost his license. Literally.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I've been doing experiments and they took my license away. And he's like, I could save this guy and also get some like clout.
He's like an evil Dr. Nick.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And much like Dr. Nick gave a man an arm for a leg and a leg for an arm.
Yeah.
He just replaces like his skull with this like strong steel alloy. All Hammerhead can remember past that point is the poster that was in the alley.
Yeah.
Which was for a movie called The Al Capone Mob. I don't think it's a real movie. But
That's a terrible title, I think.
Yeah. And he sees that and he's like, he's fixated on the image and he's like, okay, I'm going to be an old-timey gangster then. So then his whole thing is that he's like, I mean, he's got the hard-hitting head and everything, but that's why he's got the pinstripe suit, and that's why he always uses a Tommy gun in the comics, and he talks in that old-time gangster way.
I want to take you in, see?
Yeah, exactly. And he's not really... For some reason in this episode, he's like crying all the time because he's so upset and he's such a fuck-up. But in the comics, he's kind of like a pretty big deal, you know?
Big deal, see?
Yeah. At some point, this guy is like reinforced with adamantium, which young nerds might know as Wolverine's metal that his bones are coated in.
He's like indestructible metal, pretty much.
Yeah. So he gets in that turf war with Dr. Octopus, which, funnily enough, not that long after, leads right into our Weird Law Bullshit Corner number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, with Dr. Octopus and Aunt May's wedding. Which somehow becomes a part of this turf war saga.
Sure.
So if you want to know more about what happens to Hammerhead after that point, then check out that older Weird Law flashback mini-sode we did.
Please check that out. It's amazing and so weird.
Yeah, but after he tells the origin to Spider-Man, I just like these 2 random notes I have from this issue, and that's all I have to say about Hammerhead really after this point, because he's a pretty bog standard guy who hangs around to be the gangster guy and to get involved in gang wars and make them a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Spider-Man calls him a coward and says like, oh, you need a gun to feel tough. And he says, you think I need a gun? And then he calls over one of his goons who's called Porky. And he's like, hey, Porky. And Porky like takes a gun and just smashes it over his head to show how strong his head is, which I just think is awesome. And also in this issue, which is another reason why these issues are so fun, is he has a rotating office. It spins around to have different, so that he can close all the exits. It's kind of bizarre, and there's a point where Spider-Man tries to escape and the motor gets blown, so it starts spinning really, really fast, and then he has to like time it right to jump out. Yeah. And it's just fun, and I just love that goofy detail of like, I'm gonna have a giant rotating office.
Cost me a fortune, architect to see.
Yeah, but that's it for Hammerhead, and that's it for the Mega Slayer, and that's it, part 1 of the Time Tablet of Time Tablet.
And that's probably part 1 of this episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. When I think about it, I'm actually really excited for the other episode of this. There's lots of like good like groundwork being set. Yeah. And unlike any of the Hobgoblin episodes, like there's actually like something to look forward to, and yeah, I want to see how Spider-Man gets out of this one.
I have 2 things more to say about this.
Yeah.
And I think you might have a lot to say about both, but I have a question. Is this the loser season? Because the more I think about it, it's been fun at times and stuff, but all the villains that have been introduced to this are complete losers. You got what, like Hydro Man?
Yeah.
You got a team of like villains coming together and failing to defeat Spider-Man when he has no powers.
Yeah.
You've got fucking Morbius flailing around, and then you've got Herbert Langdon,
who
just turns himself into a sludge monster and then explodes. Now you've got fucking Silvermane and
Hammerhead
and a Mark 14 Spider Slayer.
Yeah.
It's almost like the reject season.
It's not a great season for like villainry. Let's say that.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed them in ways. I think they're doing a good job with what they have. It's just interesting to me that we're like, okay, the first season was a success. Season 2, let's get to the bottom of this list.
The only reason the kangaroo is not in it because they couldn't secure the rights for him for some reason.
Yeah. The other thing I had to say is that we didn't note this, but this is the return of J3 Communications because we got a little broadcast from them earlier. I'm very excited about that. All that's all I say, J3.
J3 forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that brings us quite nicely to the end of that 90s Spider-Man show for now. If you like more of this, we've got a whole season and a half of this. You can check us out on social media. And also, we've got a Patreon if you want to give us money for some reason.
You get some bonus stuff. You get to listen to all our retrospectives on Blade, and we did a review of Birds of Prey, and we've got some new stuff coming out in the future. We're going to start off some other types of bonus episodes, which we'll probably do a free version of them on the regular feed, and then we'll start doing more of those on the Patreon.
And if you ever wanted to make us do something on the Patreon feed, if you had a special episode you want us to cover, anything you want us to talk about, then you can actually get us to do that. We are slaves to your money.
Yeah, and in the meantime...
Capitalism.
And in the meantime, you can send us an email if you have any questions or contact us on any of the social medias that's in the description below. And stay safe in your bunkers.
And remember to empty your mason jars because we know you've been using them.
Stock up on those meatballs or veggie version meatballs.
Vegan meatballs if you're going to be really, really don't do asset. But yeah, whatever you do, make sure you eat meatballs. That's your takeaway from this episode.
Yeah, eat balls of a meat-like substance.
Preferably with milk. That's been that 90s Spider-Man show. Good night.